Hey Orchestra, welcome to week 4 of distance learning. This is just a quick update so you know what assignments you're doing in class, but first some general announcements. We'll have one-on-one help sessions available on Zoom on both Tuesday and Wednesday, same as the past couple of weeks. So make sure you use the link in Schoology if you would like to sign up for a 10-minute mini lesson with me. Also, we'll have our optional group Zoom chat on Thursday from 12 to 12:30. That's the same time as last week. So it starts at noon and it ends at 12:30. A lot of you guys last week told me that you had memes that you wish you could have shared with the class. We had a one meme limit last time, but you had extra memes that you wish that you had shared with everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and reopen the meme contest. This time you can submit as many memes as you would like to, as long as you are not constantly spamming our wall with memes. Please make sure that they are both appropriate in text and image and that they're orchestra related. Those should be turned in to Schoology by Thursday so I can pick a new winner on Friday. I think what I'm going to do is take all of the meme winners from my 4 classes from last time and then combine them with the 4 winners from this time. And then next week we'll do some kind of showdown between all of those memes to pick the ultimate orchestra meme. So make sure you submit yours by Thursday. All right, let's quickly go over the 6th grade assignments and then we'll do the 7th grade ones. 6th graders, you guys have 2 assignments and they are both due on Friday this week. The first one is a song out of book 2 for checking our F naturals. You're going to pick either song number 96 or song number 98. It's a song about F natural. Number 96 a little bit easier, number 98 is a little bit more challenging, so it's your choice. For violas, cellos, and basses, this is the same F natural, the same as what we learned when we first started doing F natural. For violins, this is going to be actually on the E string. It's going to be the same technique as when we learned how to play B flat last week. So just make sure that you understand how to play that note. I put a little video in our Schoology folder in case you're a little bit confused about it, so it shows you exactly where that note is and what it sounds like. Your second assignment is going to be something totally different. We're going to call ourselves pretty much done with Moonlight Tango for right now. We're going to move on to a new piece called Sahara Crossing. This piece is not too challenging, so it shouldn't be too hard to learn on our own when we can't play together. The one trick about it is that it has B flats and E flats in it. That's the whole reason I picked this song. So before we start learning how to play the notes, we're going to do a little preview of the song. You don't even need your instrument for this assignment. When you open up this assignment, you're going to have PDFs of Sahara Crossing for you to put in PiaScore. Then there's going to be a link to a recording of the song. I want you to listen to it while you're looking at your music, and then when you're finished, there's going to be a Google Doc that you fill out and turn in by Friday. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Here's our Schoology folder. Violins, here's your F natural video just in case you need some help. And then here's that assignment for the new music preview. You'll see your PDFs right here. Everybody's going to be first violin for this song. All my violins are going to be first violin, no second violin needed. Make sure you put this in PiaScore. This is the link to the recording of the song. And then when you open up your Google Doc, it's going to look like this. So there's some information that you're going to fill out about the song so you kind of understand where everything is and what the potential challenges of the song are. If you stick around to the very end of this video, I'm going to go over this form a little bit more in depth, and I might give away some of the answers for free. But I want to make sure I go over my 7th grade assignments first. So if you think you might want a little extra help with this form, just stick around to the very end. For my 7th graders, you guys also have 2 assignments due this week. We're going to be working in book 3 again. So there is a PDF of the entire book available in Schoology. Make sure you put that in your PiaScore. And we're going to start off with song number 106. This is the 2-octave C major scale. I have a how to play it video for every instrument for this scale that goes over the shifting for violins and basses, the finger pattern for violas and cellos. Please make sure you watch those videos first before you attempt the scale. Try playing the scale along with the video so you can make sure it's in tune, and then you can go ahead and submit this by Friday. We're going to also start learning how to play Summer Stomp, that song that we did a preview of last week. Everybody needs to learn the first 10 measures of Summer Stomp. I also have how to practice videos for this. So I go through instrument by instrument, anything that might be a little bit tricky. I go over the rhythm, the bowing, all that kind of stuff. So since we haven't played this song together at all, and it's totally new to you guys, I want you to make sure that you watch those videos so you can be very accurate. no guessing, follow the videos, and really listen to your recording before you submit it. When you look in your folder, this week I did our practice videos a little bit differently. It was just a little easier for me to create one YouTube playlist and just link the playlist instead of having to have an individual link to each video. So when you open up that playlist, all the videos for the week are going to be right there. There's the how to play it for C major scale, also the first 10 measures. There's also the play along track if you want to try playing the whole song or at least the beginning of it with all the parts. So I hope that's not too confusing. It's just a little bit easier for me. All right, so I'm going to go over that 6th grade doc. If you're not a 6th grader or if you're not really confused about this, then you don't have to watch to the end of the video. But if you would like a little help with this Google Doc assignment, I'm going to give you some of the answers right now, and I'll go over all of the terms. So when you open this, make sure you've listened to your song first and you're looking at your music. We're going to start off easy with your name, the title of the piece, which is Sahara Crossing, and then the composer, who is Richard Meyer. For these boxes down here, every one of these boxes in the middle is going to get filled out by you, but some of the ones over here may or may not be filled in. So this first box is for you to identify what is going on in the song. Whatever these questions are over here, you're going to identify where that's happening in the music. And then these boxes over here, if it's appropriate for you to do so, you're going to list the specific measure numbers that it happens in. That doesn't work for every single box. So we'll kind of go over these as we go. The first term is roadmap. That's stuff like repeat signs or DCL fine and that kind of stuff. For our song, we have a DSL coda. So that's what you would put in this box right here. And then for the measure numbers, I want you to tell me what measure does it say DS in, what measure is the sign in, and then what measure does it say go to coda. That's what you'll put over here. For key signature, that's the sharps or the flats in the key signature. Make sure that you write what the key signature is. And then over here, you don't have to put a measure number for that because it's just at the beginning of the song. Same thing with time signature, no measure number needed. Also for tempo. Your tempo marking is usually up at the top of your music on the upper left-hand side, and it's a term like allegro or moderato, that kind of stuff. So you can just put that term right here. Accidental is a little bit trickier. This is any sharp, flat, or natural that does not fit with the key signature. So here's a hint, our key signature is F sharp and nothing else. So if you see any note that's marked with a sharp or a flat or a natural that doesn't fit with that, then you're going to mark that down here. We're going to have some B flats and some E flats, so you would write those letters here. And then in this box, you're going to list every measure where you see one of those accidentals. So all the E flats are in this measure, that measure, that measure. Be specific. Rhythmic challenges is a little bit up to your interpretation. Maybe you are very strong at rhythm and you don't think it's going to be very challenging. You could think about yourself, or you could also think about the rest of your section. Maybe you think, well, maybe everybody might have a hard time with these eighth notes. You just list what you think those are and what measures they happen in. Maybe my violins and violas especially might put dotted half notes down because it's very likely that you won't count till 3. Style markings and articulations are stuff like pizzicato, or accents, or staccato, or slurs, or hooked bow. If you have any of those kinds of things, then you put them here and tell me what measure numbers they happen in. Dynamics, pretty self-explanatory. Make sure you list your measures. Don't forget about crescendos and decrescendos. And then again, other challenges is a little bit up to your interpretation. So anything that you think might be tricky, maybe you think playing E flat is tricky, or dotted half notes or that kind of stuff. You can write that stuff in here. And maybe it's just a general thing that you don't need a measure number for, or maybe you think, man, these 5 measures have a lot of notes in them and they're just going to be tricky, so you could list those measure numbers right there. 3 more questions. You can list any terms or symbols that you see in the music that you don't understand. Then 3 interesting facts about the composer. His name is Richard Meyer. You need to get on Google and then find him and then just list 3 facts about him. This last one is about the story behind the piece. Sometimes a composer writes music and they have a certain story or an idea in mind, and sometimes they don't. So for Sahara Crossing, it's maybe not so likely that you'll find a specific piece. If you Google that piece, you may not find information about that in particular. If that's the case, then I just want you to give me 1 or 2 sentences after you listen to it to just kind of come up with what you think this piece is about. What does it sound like to you? Does it tell some kind of story with the way that it sounds? So this can be your interpretation. All right, so that's how you fill out this form. Make sure you get it done by Friday. I hope that you guys are all having a good week and you're staying on top of your assignments. I'll either see you on Zoom or I'll catch you guys next week. Have fun practicing.